Hi, it's Jeff Wade here from stockideas.org with another quick book review for you. Today we're going to be looking at The New Trading for a Living by Dr. Alexander Elder, all about psychology, discipline, trading tools and systems, risk control, and trade management. This is published from Wiley, and is exactly what it sounds like. It's a step-by-step guide to trading for a living. I quite enjoyed this book. I picked it up after someone on the Chat with Traders podcast recommended it, and I was quite happy that I checked it out. I'm always interested in books on trading psychology and risk management. Check out my previous book reviews of Trading in the Zone and The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas for more on that. But this book goes quite a bit beyond that. It assumes a relatively introductory amount of knowledge about markets, although I think it's appropriate for intermediate and even advanced traders because it's just chock full of best practice about trading for a living. The book, I actually, reading this book, I took notes in a separate notebook while reading it just because it was so full of information and actionable ideas. So the book, covers a really wide variety of topics. It is really focused on trading and technical analysis based trading. So if you're a fundamental investor, it might not be as interesting, although I'm sure there are still lessons you can learn. The book looks at all types of different markets, all types of different trading securities, from options, ETFs, futures, to plain old stocks. And it talks about all the different ways that different indicators, different oscillators that you can use to basically guide your trading decisions. It talks about the pros and cons of lots of common technical indicators like MACD and RSI. It talks about price and volume, multiple time frame analysis. All of these different tools that a trader would have in their toolbox are all covered in this book, and there's maybe a chapter on each one. So, if you wanted to go really deep on one particular indicator, you might need to do a little bit more research, but this gives you a great overview and understanding of, all the most common trading indicators, tools that are out there. And then not only that, it also talks about the discipline and risk management and psychology behind trading, so you kind of get an idea of how you should actually be using these tools. And the book makes it clear that no trading system is perfect. There's no holy grail. You have to just come up with a process and system that works with you, stick with it, apply good money management and risk management and discipline, and really grind it out. But that said, I did like that the book talks about does provide the trading system that Dr. Elder uses himself. So that's quite helpful because you can see what different aspects or indicators or tools he uses to come up with a robust trading system, and then you could use his yourself, or you could modify it, or you could just apply his thinking to your own indicators and style of of approaching the market. And then finally, the book also really does a great job of talking about record keeping. Shows you what you should be measuring throughout your trading, how you should be sort of like the checklist you should use before putting on a trade. So in terms of sort of that trade management and record keeping and doing all those details properly, this book does a phenomenal job of covering that. And if you look at my YouTube channel, you see that I've reviewed probably over 60, 70 books at this point. And this is the first one that really touches on that, kind of thinking like a professional trader would in terms of record keeping. If you were running a business, You want to have sound financial statements. You know, you're going to have proper accounting. But a lot of people jump into trading and investing without even giving that a second thought. So, you know, this book really does a great job of helping you think about trading as a professional. And it's one that I'll certainly, you know, keep on the shelf for a long time, and one that I, you know, can see myself referring to again and again. I think Wiley also published a study guide to go along with this book. So, you know, if you're really eager, you could also check that out and kind of quiz yourself on the lessons that you learned in the new Trading for a Living. And just as an aside, this is the new Trading for a Living. So this book was originally published in the 90s, and this updated version was published in 2014, I believe. So it's great to have a contemporary, current resource, you know, that's is really up to date and gives you kind of everything you need to know. So, you know, if you're looking for an actionable book to help you improve your trading, I really recommend the new Trading for a Living. It's incredibly actionable, incredibly practical, and the lessons in here you can apply pretty much instantly. So if you're curious to learn a little bit more about the new Trading for a Living, I encourage you to just hit the link below this video. It'll take you through to stockideas.org. You can read a much more in-depth book review. You can also click through to Amazon, check out the reviews there, the other books by Dr. Elder, and see if this might be the right one for you. So thanks very much for watching. You know, encourage you to please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back at you soon with more book reviews. So thanks very much.